Okay, guys. Morning. So let's begin the session now. So let's begin this. So I'm using the Azure Data Engineering. So when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, guys. So what is Azure Data Engineering? The Azure Data Engineering is nothing but basically it's a cloud service, guys. It is a cloud service. Everyone, the Azure Data Engineering is the cloud service. Okay. The Azure Data Engineering is a cloud service. So we can say the Azure is nothing but the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. Okay. So we can't say products here. Hence, I'm telling the word called, I'm using the word called service. So Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. And data is nothing but, guys, as it is information, we can say. Engineering is nothing but what? Application of techniques. What's that? Application of techniques. So application of techniques on the data by using the Azure. Application of techniques on the data by using the Azure is called as what? Azure Data Engineering, guys. Where the Azure Data Engineering, it is a bunch of cloud services. You have, okay, many services intact or available into this, the Azure, that is data engineering. Those are some of it I'm telling you here. That is called as what, guys? Everyone, ADF, which we call it as what? Azure Data Factory. And the next one we can say, guys, yeah, the next one we can say, what's it, guys? ADB, Azure Databricks. And then we have the next one. Apart from this, we have the Synapse. Okay. So then apart from the Synapse, guys, what is it? We have it. We can also have the Open AI. Okay. So apart from this Open AI, guys, we can also have what's that? ADF, ADB, Synapse, and Open AI. And then we can also have, okay, uh, that is called as a Fabric, Azure Fabric, guys. And then we have the even one more, that is called as what? Machine Learning, ML, Azure Machine Learning. Many are there, guys. I'm just listing out few of them, guys. Okay. So these are all called as what? Cloud services. These are all the cloud services which are given in the Azure Data Engineering, guys. So using these bunch of cloud services, what are the jobs we can do it, guys? We can perform the following. What is it? The first one we can say data migration. Then you have what's it? Data integration. Then we have the data summarization, data migration, data integration, data summarization. Then we have the data visualization. Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and the data visualization. So these are all the, guys, these are all the, we can say, everyone, these are all the jobs we can perform it by using the Azure Data Engineering. Okay. So guys, we can have what's that? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and data visualization. So already we have discussed all these, guys. What is data integration, data summarization, data visualization? Okay. So now, guys, anyways, let's move further on this. Okay. So guys, what is it? You have a data. The first one, data, guys. What is data basically? Huh? Data is nothing but what? Information, guys. The whole process of data engineering concept, the whole process of data engineering concepts depends upon what is that, guys? The whole concept of data engineering, okay, concept that the whole process of data engineering concept depends upon the data. Depends upon the data, guys. Data depends upon what's that? Data here. So what is data? Data is nothing but what? Information. And information we get it from the source of information. So we can have already many sources, guys. So we have already discussed, okay, in the previous sessions. Okay. So what are the sources of information? We can get the data from the social networking sites. Social networking sites. Then we can also get the data from the we can get the data from social networking sites. We can get the data from the banking applications. We can get the data from the banking applications, and we can also get the data from the, yes guys, what is it? Human generated, human and machine generated. That means it can be human generated or it can be, what's it, machine generated. It can be the human generated or the machine generated, guys. Anything we can have. It can be human generated or the machine generated. Then again you have what it, guys, human generated, machine generated. Then we have okay, also we can say live streaming data from the live streaming process. Data we received from the live streaming process. Live streaming process means what? Continuous process, guys. It is just like the share market. You have it, okay, stock market, where you receive the data continuously. Okay, on the daily basis you receive the data. So these are all the sources of data, guys. These are all called as what? Sources of data. And this data is called as what, guys? This data is called as what, guys? Everyone, this is called as what? Big data. It is called as what? Big data. So big data means what, guys? The huge volume of the data, the massive amount of the data, the huge volume of the data, the massive amount of the data is called as what? Big data. The huge volume of the data, the massive amount of the data is called as what? Big data. So big data can also be referred as what? Huge volume of the data. Oh, huge volume of the data. Big data is also referred as huge volume of the data. Okay. And we can say massive amount of data. Massive amount of data, guys. These are all the huge volume of the data and massive amount of data. Okay, guys. Huge volume of the data, massive amount of data is all called as what's it, guys? Big data only. One or the same. So now when you talk about the big data, so what are the categories of big data, guys? You can have three types of the big data. The big data is basically classified into three categories. What is it? Structured data, guys. Structured data. Okay. And the next one we can say what's it? Semi-structured data. Structured data, semi-structured data, and then you have what's it? Unstructured data. Structured data, semi-structured data, and the unstructured data. These are the three varieties of data we have it. Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. So these are the three categories of data we can have. Structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured data. Structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured data. So you know already what is a structured data. Structured data is nothing but the data which is kept in the form of a table. That is in the form of what's it, guys? Rows and columns. That is in the form of what? Rows and columns. Okay. The data which is kept in the form of what? Rows and columns is called as what? Structured data. Semi-structured means what, guys? The data which is recorded in the form of a JSON files or HTML files. Okay. Or it is in the XML file. All this is called as what? Semi-structured data, guys. And then you have what's it, guys? Next one, unstructured data. So unstructured data means what? The photos in your mobile phone and videos, then chat history, photos, videos, chat history. Then you have the voice notes. Okay, guys, these are all called as what? Unstructured data. These are all called as what? Unstructured data. This all is called as what, guys? Unstructured data. So basically, guys, when you talk about the type of data, or we have the following, okay, things of data, I can just brief you on this. Structured data in the form of table, guys. So normal table, you know already. Name, ID, salary. Suppose you have columns like this. and then you have the data on this. Okay, guys. So what is this? Let us say the name is Alien, and then you have the ID number, something like this, and the salary, let us say some 30,000, guys. Okay, this is a rows. This is a row, and this is the column, guys. These all are the columns. So I can say one row, three columns data. That's it. Okay. So in the same way, if you want the next one, that is called as the JSON form. So what's the JSON format, guys? The data is recorded in the curly braces like this, and key value pair. The data in the form of what? Key value pair. It is recorded like this, guys. So if the same, I'm writing it name, sorry, name colon. It can be what's it, guys? Tell me now. It can be alien. That's it. Another row is there. Sorry, another column is there. So I can say what's it, guys? ID. And here you can say it is in the quotes. And here you can say 44, 30,000. So this is form. Can you see here? It is called as what? This is a semi-structured data recorded in the form of a JSON format, guys. Where this is called the key value pair. This is the key and this is a value. So hence together they are called as what? Key value pair. That means key value pair, guys. That's it. And this is the normal data, guys. What do you have it? That is called as unstructured data, which is a combination of photos, etc. Whatever you have, rough data you have it. So here can you say, when you work in the real time, 20% of the data only you will get it in this format. Whereas the rest of the 20% you will get it in this format, guys. But whereas 70% of 60% of the data, guys, 60% of the data you will get it in this format. That is called as what? Unstructured data. So the job of the data engineer basically is towards that, basically convert or read the data that is from the unstructured format, and possible, if possible, just convert the unstructured data towards it, guys, semi-structured data, and then semi-structured data towards it, guys, structured data. Structured data. So basically, can you see it? This is the job of a data engineer. Always, guys, always what's that? Conversion of the unstructured data to the semi-structured, semi-structured to the structured. So making the data ready for the other users. Okay, guys. So these are nothing but the some of the type of data. Now, guys, the next one we have it. What is the, where does actually the data, this data, whether it is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, where this data is stored into the Azure, guys? It is stored in the form of Azure storages. Huh? Azure storages. That means the data in the Azure is recorded in the form of Azure storages. The data in the Azure is recorded in the form of Azure storages. The first one is what? Azure Blob Storage. And then we have the Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Then you have Azure SQL Database. Okay, guys. So all this is the forms of, there is nothing but the storages we have it. So Azure Data Lake, Azure SQL Database, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. And then you have what is that? Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Gen 2, Azure SQL Database, Azure Cosmos DB, Azure Cosmos DB. Okay, guys. Azure SQL Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Gen 2, Azure SQL Database, Azure Cosmos DB. Then you have the Azure. Okay, guys. Then you have the Azure. Okay, then you have the Azure Cosmos DB is there. And then we can say, guys, Azure Synapse Analytics. Then again, you can say, guys, Azure SQL Server Virtual Machine. Okay. So likewise, you have almost all guys. Likewise, almost all you have what's that? How many? 90 plus storages, guys. How many? 90 plus storages. So every storage will have different type of data to store. But you can say blob. Blob can store any kind of data, guys, whether it is a structured, semi-structured, or the unstructured. There's three type of data we can store it into the Azure Blob Storage, guys. And the next one you have what's that, guys, everyone? Okay, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Gen 2 can also store any kind of data, but here you can say, guys, here you can say, okay, the Azure Blob Storage, here it can store unstructured, semi-structured, or structured, guys. And this, you can store only limited data. How much limited? 500 TB of the data you can store. You cannot store more than 500 TB here. But the same here in the Data Lake Gen 2, it is unlimited, guys. Unlimited data you can store. Unlimited, no issues. So again, when we talk about the Azure SQL database, okay, so SQL database means what? Again, when you talk about the SQL database, it can store only structure, guys. It is not provided to store any kind of a data except the structure. Structure means what? In the form of a tables, that is in the form of a rows and columns. Then you have next one is what, guys? Cosmos DB is there. Cosmos DB is the another advanced one, which we also call it as here as a MongoDB. Okay, guys, MongoDB, Cosmos DB, where it can store two type of data. Guys, what is that? Structured and semi-structured. Unstructured is not supported here. But why? Because even though it is a database, it uses no SQL. That means there will be no SQL usage of. When there is a SQL, then there is data rules. So there is no data rules, hence there is no SQL, guys. Then you have what's it? Azure Synapse Analytics. So we can say, guys, Azure Synapse Analytics. You have what's it? Azure Synapse Analytics. Azure Synapse Analytics is there. Okay. Azure Synapse Analytics means what, guys? Azure Synapse Analytics is nothing but the data warehouse of Azure. It is nothing but the data warehouse of Azure. It is nothing but the data warehouse of Azure. Data warehouse of Azure. Data warehouse of Azure. Huh? Data warehouse of Azure. It is the data warehouse of Azure. So guys, here the data will be mostly stored in the cleansed format. That means the final layer of the data will be stored. So mostly the final layer of the data will be what? Structured only, guys. Mostly the final layer of the data will be structured. So hence, this is the data warehouse, guys. Likewise, guys, we have almost all, okay, almost all how many? 90 plus storages available here. Okay, guys. So now, guys, that's it. And now we was about to guys discuss about this one, that is nothing but the curriculum of the course. You want me to show it somebody, so I'm using this curriculum. As I'm sharing up, I think just come down, everyone. You have the courses here. Because even I don't know what is the curriculum they have uploaded here, everything. Because generally online training, our courses, see here. Uh, Okay, so this is my actually, post content. Yeah. Tell me now, somebody wanna, basically explain me about this. If you want, you can ask me the doubts on this, guys. Just tell me. So basically, the module one includes the basic, the structure of this cloud, how the cloud works, how actually the things works on here. What is a private cloud? What is a public cloud? What is hybrid cloud? Okay, that we are going to see it here in the very basic structure of this one, the module one. And the second module is okay, something related to the big data, guys, where whatever the things we have discussed right now, that is the structured data, semi-structured, okay, unstructured. These are the things we are going to see. And then we'll start with what is this, guys? The storages. Okay, then we'll see about the storages. What is that? The all Azure SQL database. So how does it works? All this we are going to see it. Okay, and these are some of the storage services what we have it here. That all we are going to see it one by one, guys. Okay. So basically, in this, they have written in a splitted way, but while we learn this, we will have to go it in a proper order, guys. We will have to follow the proper order for, because writing it here is different, and actually, getting into the training and having a realistic training is different. Okay, so can you see here, Azure storage service is there. Some of the details are there, but all of them comes under the Azure storages only. Whether you go with Azure SQL database or Azure storage service, you have it. Okay, and these are the type of under this blob storage. You have what's it, blob, append blob, page blobs, and then you have a hot, cold, and archive. These are all some okay details in the blobs only. Okay, then data lake, you have it. What is the data lake? How, what are the types of basically data you can store it? Or what is the gen 1 and gen 2? Gen 1 is anyways not needed now because it has retired already, so you need not worry about the gen 1. And about the data factory, guys, so this is how the data factory, the basic things we are going to see it in the data factory. Okay, then we have what's it, these are some of the copy scenarios what we are going to see, and these are actually the real use cases we are going to see it, guys. All this is, these are the real use cases we are going to see it, guys, on the ADF. Basically on the ADF, these are the use cases we are going to see it. And then we have what's it, on the basically the case studies on what, some of the case study on what's it, Azure HD inside integration, and with the Spark cluster, you're going to see. And then when it comes to the Databricks case, this is the basic introduction about the Databricks, reading data from a blob, mounting, okay, how reading the data from the Azure Synapse, okay, what is the Synapse, and creating the Azure SQL. All these are some of the details. Anyways, the contents brochure is might not be given in a more detailed manner, but actually the topics what we cover here is okay in more detail, guys. Okay, so basically you will have almost all 60 sessions, guys. Almost all you will have 60 to 75 sessions you will have it on the Databricks and Data Factory together. Okay, 75, and 10 on the Synapse, and as well as 5 will be on the project and all these things we are going to see it. Okay, so these are the things we have it, guys. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And from tomorrow onwards, guys, we are going to start the actual subject here. That is practical. We are going to start it from tomorrow. And from tomorrow, it will be a paid link, guys. Okay. Those who wish to continue, they can just, okay, get registered and start the process. So you will get the daily class recordings and material, everything will be get it as a part of this. And from tomorrow onwards, guys, we will start at 7 a.m. Everybody, we will start the session at 7 a.m. from tomorrow onwards, guys. The class timings will be 7 to 8 o'clock, guys, not the 7:30. It will be standard 7 to 8. That will be our standard timing for the session from tomorrow onwards, guys. Okay. So that's it. If you have any questions, please ask me, guys.
Hello, sir.
Please.
How many months it will take to complete full?
3 months, almost 3 months.
Stream?
But
Okay.
if you wanted to complete it very hurry, that is early, you want to complete it. So as you have this one divided in the time of parts, okay, ADF you can attend in one batch, ADB you can attend in another batch, and Synapse you can attend in one batch, and you can complete it in 1 month also if you want.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
you will go one by one, like first you will teach Azure Data Factory, after Azure
Yes,
Databricks
yes, 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 yes.
in this. In this
Hmm.
Hello, sir. Hi, sir.
Please, please.
Sir, is it like PySpark and the other things would be included in this course
Yes,
or like?
PySpark is a part of the ADB.
Mhm.
We are going to see the Azure Databricks on PySpark.
And one more thing, sir. Is it like we need any prerequisite to attend
Not
this
needed.
course?
Whatever is needed, we'll just see as a part of this. Don't worry on this.
And one more thing, sir. Like you would be helping us in drafting the resume
Resume.
for,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. That's common anyways.
Sir,
That is anyways the daily practice we do it. Yeah, please.
actually, I'm working as a PLSQL developer from 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to switch in from PLSQL to Azure Data Engineering. So it is easy, or it will take as an experience candidate.
Experience means see, PLSQL is totally different on the database. Okay. But the same thing, what we write, the procedures, functions, triggers, all this we use it here also. Concept will be almost all the same, but usage of the same will be different.
Okay.
You would be teaching from scratch, right, sir? If I
Yes,
don't know,
yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
definitely. The scratch level will see it.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Any other further questions, ma? Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you everyone for attending this, and we'll continue tomorrow at 7 a.m. guys. Tomorrow session will be at 7 a.m. The link will be changed. So if you are willing, you can just get registered. Yeah, tell me, Shashi.
Sir, is PySpark used here in Azure Data Engineering?
Of course, we are going to see the
Okay.
no data engineering means in Databricks we are going to see. See, basically, data engineering includes the package like this. All Azure data engineering includes almost all. These all things comes under data engineering only. But in the Databricks, we will see the PySpark. Okay, because the ADF is
Okay, sir.
totally ADF is totally menu driven. You will not have any kind of code in this ADF. And Synapse is also almost all like that only. It is also menu driven. Rest of all are some drag and drop type of jobs you will have it. But the ADB is mostly focusing on the PySpark. The actual coding we are going to see it in the ADB. Okay. So that's it, guys. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
everyone. Thank you, everyone. So we'll meet tomorrow at 7 a.m., guys. Tomorrow class will be at 7 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.